The Baltimore Ravens were just one game away from the Super Bowl this season, just barely losing to the championship Kansas City Chiefs, who have won back-to-back Super Bowls. But that just goes to show how close Lamar Jackson and this Ravens team is from winning the Super Bowl. And it could even be next year. However, I want to break down in this video one potential move that the Ravens are locking in on and, maybe aren't specifically going after this one guy, but I'm going to break down why I believe Derrick Henry, the former Tennessee Titans running back, who is a free agent for basically the first time in his career, would be a dream scenario here to pair up here with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, before we jump into the video, comment down below what is the biggest position of need for the Ravens going forward. And also comment down below, do you think Derrick Henry would be a good fit here in Baltimore? There are other free agent running backs like Saquon Barkley, but they also have J.K. Dobbins coming back from an injury. You have Keaton Mitchell, you have Justice Hill, Gus Edwards is a free agent. What should they do with him? There's a lot of big question marks right now, but one thing I will say is if you add a Derrick Henry to this football team, they are better, right? You have Mark Andrews coming back from injury. He'll be healthy next year. I mean, this team has what it takes to win a Super Bowl if they're fully healthy. But I think when you look at their rankings right now, they're one of the best, obviously the best rushing team in football right now with Lamar Jackson. If you add Derrick Henry to that, yes, I know he's 30 years old. He's not going to be making, max money, right? He might even take a deal to come in here for cheap to win a Super Bowl. Derrick Henry could be a massive fit for Baltimore, and he could push them over the hump and make them champions in 2024, 2025. Okay, so here's a big thing I want to show you guys here is Derrick Henry's next team odds. Now, we all know Vegas, they know stuff, guys. They know stuff, right? Let's just be honest. They know spreads. They know money lines. I don't know how they get it right, but they do, okay? So Ravens are plus 200 right now. For some reason, they know they got insider reports saying the Ravens are about to go all in. I mean, they were a team at the deadline who was all in on Derrick Henry, couldn't get it to work out. But now Derrick Henry's a free agent. Now they don't have to give up anything. This is the perfect time to swoop in. And, maybe the Eagles, they have DeAndre Swift. I don't think they do it. The Cowboys, with Tony Pollard being a free agent, maybe could have better odds than that. Texans, maybe. They're also interested in Saquon Barkley. Chargers, listen, to me, the Ravens are the team to beat for Derrick Henry. Now, before I jump into why this man right here, Derrick Henry, is going to be a perfect fit for Baltimore when he does sign, guys, I'm going to go on a limb and predict he's going to be a Baltimore Raven. I'm just going to go on and say it. Comment down below, do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? But before we jump into why Derrick Henry would be such a special fit here in Baltimore, do me a favor and hit that like button, right? Helps out the channel so much, gets it out to more Ravens fans around the world. But also, if we get this video up to 200 likes, I will post non-stop Ravens videos, keeping you guys updated throughout the deadest period of the offseason. So make sure you guys join the family, subscribe if you're new, it is free. It doesn't cost anything, and like I said, we're going to be covering the Ravens and their offseason moves, which contribute or which entails, potential free agent signings like this one, potential draft selections, and when they actually sign someone, when they actually draft someone, I got you guys covered. Okay, join the family, subscribe if you're new, and lastly, check out BetUS, guys. With the odds right now of Derrick Henry going to the Ravens, I would go put money on it. It's going to get into the minus. It's probably going to be minus 100, right? It's probably going to be a favorite to go there, right? So honestly, go put some money in on BetUS right now. They'll match your first deposit up to 125%, basically just giving you free money, right? And you can go put money on Derrick Henry going to the Ravens. And not only do they have sports betting, they have live sports betting, they have a regular casino, horse racing, they have everything that you can ask for out of betting. And they just gave away Super Bowl tickets, so I'm actually excited to see what they're going to do next. But without any further ado, let's jump into why Derrick Henry would be nasty in Baltimore. Now, the first thing we have to look at here is right here. We have J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, and Dalvin Cook as free agents, right? You cannot go into next season with just Keaton Mitchell, who I do like, by the way, right? I like Justice Hill as well, but you need a pounder. You need someone who can get those extra yards, those 3rd and 1s, those 4th and 2s. You need someone who can pick those up, and that is Derrick Henry to a T, right? So I think Derrick Henry can fit a perfect role here in Baltimore, if they lose, J.K. Dobbins, who's coming off a season-ending injury, is a free agent, always a tough situation. They may bring him back, but even so, you'd want Derrick Henry as that guy with J.K. Dobbins backing him up, or even if you lose Gus Edwards, right, you need a guy like Derrick Henry. Those and Dalvin Cook, right? If you miss or lose all three of these guys, you need that thumper, right? You need that guy that's going to make things happen. That is Derrick Henry. Now, look at this. The Ravens' rush offense couldn't be better last year, right? They're number 1 in rush yards per game. They're number 1 in rush attempts per game. Number 1 in rush play percentage. Number 4 in rushing touchdowns per game. And number 3 in yards per rush. Obviously, one of the best running offenses that we've ever seen. But Derrick Henry, yeah, he does make them better. And the reason why, right, when we look at their passing numbers, 21 in pass yards per game, number 25 in QB sack percentage, number 32 in pass percentage. Obviously, listen, this isn't Lamar Jackson. This is just because they were so good, they were leading so much that they were able to, just pound the football being up by 20, right? Didn't need to pass the ball. However, I think what this does is make them a more versatile offense, right? When you have a guy like Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson in the backfield, do you know how scary that is for opposing defenses to say, okay, are we going to stop Lamar running and Derrick Henry running, or are we going to stop the passing game, right? So what do you think they're going to do? Yeah, they're going to go all in on stopping the rushing attack. And you may say, well, how does that help our running game if they're going to go all out trying to stop it? Well, let me tell you. Lamar Jackson is coming off the MVP season where he looked like the best quarterback in the NFL, and quite frankly, he was the best quarterback in the NFL, right? Lamar Jackson is a different breed of quarterback, and he's only getting better from here. And this season, we saw him take that jump up as an unbelievable passer as well. And this is something I think will help this offense so much if you add a Derrick Henry, right? So think about it for a second. If you have Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson in the backfield, you're going to see 8-man boxes, right? They're going to really stack up the front and really go for stopping the run, which is going to open up the secondary. You're going to have guys like Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, Devin Duvernay, and whoever they want to bring in during the offseason. Those guys are good route runners, especially Zay Flowers. This man's going to get open a ton. He's going to get open a lot, and he's probably going to have a 1,000-yard season next year, maybe even 1,500 yards if they go out and get Derrick Henry. Guys, do not overthink this. Derrick Henry, yes, he's 30 years old. Yes, he might not be in his prime anymore, but he is still a nasty running back. Now, Derrick Henry is coming off his worst season in the NFL, or not in the NFL, but in terms of yards per carry at 4.2, and that is still amazing. Guys, think about it. He is coming off one of his worst seasons, but at his worst, he's still one of the best. Think about that for just 1 second. This season, he had 280 carries for over 1,100 yards, 4.2 yards per carry, and 12 touchdowns with 0 fumbles. Guys, he was still one of the best in the NFL, and he barely even played this year. He played, but they had Tyjae Spears really starting to take up that jump as a running back. Now Derrick Henry comes over to Baltimore, won't be asked to put up 400 carries, won't be asked to put up 350 carries. He'll probably be asked to put up 250 along with whoever, Keaton Mitchell, Justice Hill, Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, whoever it is next to him. But Derrick Henry would be an amazing fit right away. I don't think there's any question about it. Now, do me a favor real quick. Comment down below if Derrick Henry does sign to the Ravens. Comment down below his stat line next year. I'm going to say he goes over 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns. That's what I think he can do. Yeah, 15 touchdowns is a lot. But, dude, think about the Ravens offense and think about what a guy like Derrick Henry could do for them going forward. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and also drop me a comment down below. What is the biggest positions of need, and who are some draft or some rookies or free agents that you want the Ravens to go out and try to bring in this offseason? But like I said, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we post a Ravens video. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.